Once again, welcome to my channel as I am speaking the valuable idea that I think if applied will enhance your business to go somewhere. That means to go to the next step. Today, first of all, let me start by acknowledging those people who have already done a subscription to my my channel, but also who are giving the idea and some valuable idea of what should be done to make sure that things that I'm talking are of more valuable to the growth of enterprises and businesses, as I am focusing more on small and macro enterprises. But however, like I said, I would rather want to ask even the larger company, the larger firm, to steal some idea that I believe of profitable gain, as I understand that there are some cross-cutting issues that I may be talking, not limited to a certain firm of a certain largeness. Now, today I want to talk about how should we retain a customer? How should we retain a customer once a customer has interacted with us in our business? How should we retain me as I happen to interact with you in your business or at a workplace? Now, the concept is this. I am almost used to be bombarded with some best wishes messages coming to me from different customers, from the communication and other companies, from the hotels that I used to sweep, from the traveling companies that I was traveling with, and alike. But look here, yes, I do agree with those approaches that we are doing when it comes to the issue of anniversary or a birthday days, the birthday date approaches. Now, I don't have a war with this kind of approach, but however, we have to go further as we want to retain really a customer to stay with us. You know, the best objective of every business owner, of each business, is not to make a profit. Rather, the best objective is to find a customer, to be a person, to find individuals who will become the partners of your business. Once you got a customer, you got the profit. So the first thing that you have to do is make sure that you find a customer, not to find a profit. Now, if you want to understand really, I would rather want to say that one of the best things that you have to do for the customer to remain with you, to remain to your business, is to make sure that your product in itself has an extra smell, has an extra taste, has an extra attribute that hold a customer. So the product that you are producing, the service that you are producing, are the one that I believe has to retain a customer instead of bombarding the messages to the anniversaries and the birthday party when as they arrive. So making sure that your customer conquers the soul of the consumer. If you if it will conquer the soul of the given consumer, you will retain that particular individual. So conquer the soul. I'm repeating, your product has to conquer the soul of a given consumer. That's one. But first, the taste, the smell, has to rise something which is extra from other competing service of the product. A product need to be a friendly user. If a product is a friendly user, therefore, I think it will retain the customer to go to come back to the store and to buy that particular offer, buy that particular stuff. Tell your product, okay, I am making you, I am molding you to go and to become the ambassador. Don't go and now start disturbing the status quo of the customer, of my lovely customer. So you have to make sure that your product is the ambassador that will go and speak the goodness of you as a producer. The product also that you make, regardless, it may be the milk, it may be the honey, it may be the repair, it may be the service, whatever, it may be the bread, you may be making a bread. Make sure that the bread that you make, as it reaches into the body, into the inner part of the body of the consumer, it speaks something, it elevates it to the level of glorification. You know, we are told by the religious leader that we are almost going to somewhere with no disease, with no intoxication and whatever. So the law of your product is to gratify or to glorify someone, to elevate him from a certain point of his or her glorification to another level of glorification. That is what will make your customer to come back unto you. As long as your product glorifies the consumer will come unto you. The people in nowadays are not buying the product, rather they are buying the glorification. They are buying the feeling of glory, the feeling of being the king. You know, normally the king here on earth, they are being glorified. They are giving the carpet, they work on the carpet, they are driving into the very expensive and very luxurious vehicles. You know, now make sure that whatever whoever buys your product, that product turn to be the agent of glorification, or ignite the feeling of glorification into somebody feelings. Now, create and unveil the gain that actually attracts more. Actually have to turn your product into the magnetic compound that contains the magnetic field attribute that trigger a person to come back to you. Now, what are the magnetic field attributes that I would rather want to say, of course, which will make the consumer or any person who will happen to meet with your product to think of you? Which are they? The usability, the taste, the good smell, the outlook. Those are the things, the attributes that if you put into the product as you mold it, will make the particular consumer to think of you. Yes, he may be to one part of the world, but rather will be even thinking to your geographical part where your company said to be located. So you have to devise not only the product, but also to create what you call the magnetic field, that the people will be even thinking of you. You know, there is some cars that we like. There is some medicine that we like. There are some products that actually have happened to be our friend into our lives. Now, when you say of a certain country is spoken, you had a name of a certain country, or you see the flag of a certain country, your brain shift to the geographical location of that particular originality of that particular product. So that's an intention that I'm talking about today. The sounding, the taste. The taste that I'm talking about is a taste that end up into our tongue, into our mouth. No. I'm talking about the characteristics that separate or differentiate someone to be out of another things. That means you may hear people saying that I like how that person present. I like how that art present things. No, the taste is a wide thing as I'm speaking about it now. But also another attribute that will turn to be the magnetic field into your magnetic field element into your product is an ability to be used, ability to be consumed, the easiness, the ability to be stored, the ability to be disposed, the friendship. How, to what extent does your product unite the families? When you may find sometimes the people how the individual, the mom, the father of the daddy is buying a bread, is buying a product, is buying a shoe somewhere. And when it reaches at home, the people may boycott it, use that, the people or the member, the family member may even reach the point of boycotting using that particular product due to its weaknesses and some issues that are not good enough to be consumed by the members. Now, making sure that the product that you are molding into your factory are the products that are putting together the family that will make your product to be loved by individuals within that group of the family. Now that is an element that will make the retention. It retains because the user will be insisting the buyer to go to look for that particular model, for that particular type of the sweetness and the taste that you have brought into the group of the family. Those are things for today that I think will retain the customer instead of bombarding with different messages and so different message of anniversaries and others. But make sure that the element, the factor that should retain your customer, not shifting or switching to the competitor's product, is a product itself in the way it elevates the consumer to its level of glorification or satisfaction or gratification. Thank you very much for your undivided concern in listening to me. May God bless you as you embark on this strategy that I'm talking to you. Thank you very much and welcome again.